Good morning, YouTube! I saw that they posted the new unit spotlight. I opened it and I looked away because I didn't want to spoil myself. So right now I have no previous knowledge of what they are except that they are guys, that they throw axes, and they were woodcutters, so maybe they're a woodcutter promoted unit? I don't think that's the case, but let's see what they're all about. In a world where the borderlands have been overrun by the evil tyrant's brutal regime, raise an army of rebels to oppose this new evil. 3 brand new seasonal units. Yeah, that's kind of a lie. Coming to Season 9 Tyranny. Today we'll be looking at the second of these new units. A brand of everyday people forced to take up arms. The Axe Raiders. Okay, so if they defend themselves, wouldn't they not be raiders? Because raiders seem like the bad guys. Anyway, let's not get caught up in these little things. Civilians often have to answer for the call of war in history, whether by conscription, enlistment, or in this unit's case, survival. So maybe they are raiding the evil guys. Maybe they are not evil themselves, maybe they're good. In the wake of famine wrought by a diabolical tyrant, armies rose across the land from the most unlikely of places. Some numbers of this troop chose to follow the tyrant, while others became mercenaries with no choice but to fight for their livelihoods. The Axe Raiders, humble people of farming and woodcutting backgrounds, repurposed the tools of their trade to become a formidable fighting force against the new evil spreading through the borderlands. Utilizing their axes as even deadlier weapons capable of piercing armor and impeccable self-defense, these improbable soldiers will use every skill in their arsenal to deter the bandits and defend their food and lives. I'm not so sure about piercing armor with axes because I think they're more of a hacking weapon, but I bet with enough force you could get through like bigger armor. But I think, to be honest, the team of Conquerors Blade is kind of getting, I don't want to call it lazy, but you don't have a video here. There is a video, I have that open, so just wait for that in a second. But not having the video shown here, like in every unit case like before, kind of strange. So I'm wondering what is going on there. All right, here we are at the Axe Raider Spotlight. Rules: to live on is all that matters. Let's take a look. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Maybe I counted wrong. Maybe it's 16 units? Maybe it's a little bit of more? Maybe they can get more by veterancies? Okay, and they are 3 stars against Janissaries, which are 4 stars. Let's see what happens. Did they just say fear the black dragons? Okay, we saw 2 abilities and one is already being displayed here. So they threw, let's get back for a second. They throw their axes in a straight line, not over shields or anything. And if it hits, it seems like it dazes them and there's this dust, so maybe it has a high impact. So that is probably one skill, maybe an auto aim to throw their axes in a straight line. And then there is this skill. I thought those were chains. Maybe there are chains and they will have another reactivation. They seem more of an arc. So maybe they are attack area and not attack closest enemy, which they were before. And of course they get a charge. So we get impact damage, which is very, very high. We get maybe an attack area or something, or a second skill which chains the enemies that are not dead, like a slow, and they get a charge, probably like a shock troop, like the prefecture guards, or the prefecture pikemen, I should say. So they are probably not very good in sustained melee fights, and they are probably pretty fast, so run out. What we also see, yeah, they certainly will throw chains. Oh, this is interesting. They throw axes, and they can reactivate the skill, run to the enemy they hit with their chain axe. They have a link to them and they charge directly to them. So maybe that is a reactivation of skill 2. Yeah, but this more seems like a normal charge in my opinion. It looks like they charge to them and not inflict direct with their axes damage, but more of a knockback with their shoulders. So maybe this is more of a crowd control shock ability than like paladins charge in and stay in the fight. Maybe this is just really more like reactivate your chain, run to them, attack them, get out there, or you basically run them into the enemy. They certainly seem interesting gameplay-wise. I thought maybe because they have 2 axes, they are like the Berserkers, or they are the second Berserker unit. Maybe, but this is probably not the case. I'm looking forward to play these guys. I was interested in the Berserkers in Season 7 and not really in Season 8 and anything. But these guys, they seem interesting. And also with the Javelin Cavalry, it just seems like we get very mixed, or we get hybrid units that can do a lot of things and also have more skills than only just 1 or 2. And they have certain aces up their sleeves, I would say. I think they are like the Javelineers that can throw their weapon 3 to 4 times or use their ammo for the slow skill. I think it is a slow, but I don't think it is very, very useful if your enemy straight up dies. So maybe it's not a slow, maybe it's just a reactivation skill that they charge to the enemy they linked. But I also think there will be shock troops that they run in, do their damage, and hopefully kill the unit, or else they will probably get killed like the Prefecture Pikemen. They don't seem like they can withstand all that much damage, so we will have to wait and see what will happen. All in all, I hope that you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. Consider leaving a like for the YouTube algorithm gods. And if you don't want to miss any future content similar to this or maybe completely different, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what is your opinion about the Axe Throwers, the Axe Raiders I should say, and also maybe about how the new season will probably be in your opinion, what it may be like. But until then, I will see you very, very soon. Good night.